Welcome back, my dear friends. There are moments in life when something so simple, so ordinary at first glance, turns out to carry a world of memories, stories, and hidden worth. And today, I'm going to share one of those stories with you. A story about a coin. Not just any coin, but a coin that has quietly carried the pride, the history, and the heartbeat of a nation. I'm talking about the 1999 Philippines 5 peso coin. And you might be wondering, a 5 peso coin from 1999? What could be so special about that? Well, my friend, sometimes it's not the size, the color, or even the face value of a thing that makes it priceless. It's the story it carries, the hands it's passed through, the pockets it's rested in, the lives it has touched. By the time you finish watching this, you might just find yourself digging through your father's old drawer or calling your uncle in Manila to ask, hey, do you still have that old coin lying around? Because this 5 peso isn't just a piece of metal. It's a witness to history. Issued by the Bangko Sentral in Pilipinas, it came into circulation in the late 1990s, a time when the Philippines was standing at a crossroads. Political shifts, economic battles, and the unbreakable spirit of its people shaped every coin minted during that period. And though it was meant to be just another coin for markets and jeepney rides, its limited mintage, its meaningful design, and its deep connection to national pride turned it into something far more valuable. And before we dive deeper, just take a moment to think about the Philippines itself. Over 7,000 islands, every one of them holding its own traditions, its own memories. A coin like this doesn't just pay for goods. It carries with it the scent of those island breezes, the noise of Manila traffic, the peace of Palawan's beaches, and the stories of families who lived and laughed in the heart of Cebu. Each one of these coins became a silent witness to a million little stories: a grandmother buying rice, a student catching a tricycle home, a father sending coins in a letter to his child working abroad. Now, on the front of this coin, there's a face that deserves more than just a passing glance. Emilio Aguinaldo. Not just a name in history books, but a man who led with heart, who stood for freedom when it wasn't easy, who dreamt of a nation free from chains. And imagine this, friends, carrying a coin in your pocket, knowing it holds the face of someone who fought for every breath of freedom you enjoy today. That's not just currency. That's a piece of your nation's soul. And when you flip this coin over, you'll see the seal of the Bangko Sentral in Pilipinas, with the year 1999 shining below it. But why is that year so rare? Some say it was policy. Some call it strategy. Others believe it was mere chance. Whatever the reason, not many of these coins made it out. And because of that, every surviving one feels like a lost letter from the past, a secret message from a time when people struggled, hoped, and believed in better days. And you know how every rare thing in this world comes with its legends? Oh, this coin has them too. Whispers of minting errors, a face slightly tilted, a misplaced letter, or a mark so faint that only the keenest eyes notice. These tiny imperfections turn these coins into treasures. People talk of old men finding them in drawers untouched for years, of street vendors mistaking them for regular change, and of lucky buyers spotting them in dusty market stalls. Stories like these aren't just rumors. They're the heartbeat of this community. And you'll be surprised to know, what once was worth just 5 pesos, a mere 9 cents in U.S. money, can now fetch up to $50, $100, even $200 depending on its condition. But to be honest with you, its real worth isn't in the money. It's in the memories, the nostalgia, the silent connection it gives to home, to childhood, to your elders. I've spoken to overseas workers who've kept one of these coins tucked away in their wallets, not for value, but for that feeling, that little piece of home they can hold when homesickness creeps in. A keepsake from their mothers, a memento from their first earnings, a coin they flipped as a child to decide who runs to buy ice cream. How do you even put a price on something like that? And if we talk about the metal itself, it's nothing extravagant. Nickel-plated steel, 7.7 grams, 25 millimeters in size. Made to be tough, to endure years of pockets, vending machines, and market stalls. And yet, very few remain today in fine condition, as if time itself wanted to leave only a handful behind for those who truly value them. I'll tell you one story that always gives me chills. A vendor in Quezon City, simple, humble man, finds a coin with Aguinaldo's face slightly tilted. At first, he thought it was useless, a mistake, but a collector recognized it for what it was. That coin was sold for a price the vendor had never imagined in his lifetime. And you know what he did? He didn't buy gold chains or fancy clothes. He used it to buy books for his grandchildren. Because even in fortune, our people think of family first. Today, collectors all over the world, from old numismatists in Manila to young hobbyists in New York, trade stories in hopes of finding the elusive perfect 1999 5 Piso coin. Facebook groups, YouTube channels, collectors' forums, all filled with people who understand that sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest worth. And there's a beautiful belief, too. Some say that if you carry a 1999 5 Piso coin in your wallet, it will bring you luck, wealth, and keep you safe. Maybe it's superstition, maybe it's magic, or maybe it's just that we choose to believe in things that remind us of home. Friends, every coin has a story, but this one is special. It's not about how shiny it is or how heavy it feels. It's about what it meant to those who held it. And maybe, just maybe, there's one sitting in your old box of coins right now, waiting to be rediscovered. So tell me, have you ever held one? Is there a coin in your family's drawer with a story attached to it? If this video made you remember your home, your parents, or that old sorry store near your childhood house, hit that like button and subscribe. Not for me, but for the stories we'll uncover together. Because sometimes it's not about the money we